Kool Hit Sports Network proudly presents Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show on Kool TV.
From inside the Palace on the campus of Raceland Worthington High School, welcome into the pregame show here on Kool TV. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here tonight as the Raceland Rams entertain the Fairview Eagles here on this Thursday evening ahead of the major hurricane that's making its way this direction of Helena. But we'll see how things play off. We may have a hurricane brewing here tonight as these two teams, 16th region foes again in Class Single A, teams that the small schools, they like to kind of get one up on each other. Raceland's kind of had the upper hand for quite some time. They met earlier this year. Raceland won that game, 2-1 in the All-A tournament, going on to the All-A Regional Championship. Raceland comes in at 12-12. Last time out, they defeated West Carter 3-0. Fairview at 6-12, got a 3-2 win over East Carter in their last outing. Should be a good matchup here between these two. Rams will try to get things rolling before two big games coming in here next week with Boyd County on Tuesday and in a key 63rd District matchup with Greenup County on Thursday. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll get our keys to the game, meet our starting lineups, get you ready for first serve. Raceland and Fairview here at the Palace after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pop and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back at the Palace as we get you set for Raceland and Fairview here in this 16th region matchup. Scouting out the visitors, the Fairview Eagles. Two main players on the floor that kind of control where this team goes. Madison Loving and Mackenzie Sloan. Sloan leads away with 187 kills on the season. Madison Loving with 140 on the year. Carly Caldwell will direct the offense. She is third on the team in service aces. Sloan and Loving lead that category respectively at 46 and 44. Last time out, Fairview put down 19 aces against East Carter in that 3-2 win. Loving with 10 kills and 9 aces. Caldwell poured in 5. Sloan led the way with 16 kills. In the matchup with Raceland back on the 24th in the All-A, Sloan put down 11 kills. Loving had 8. For Raceland, 12-12 on the season after just getting back from the All-A State Championship. Last time out, they defeated West Carter 3-0. Allison Rigsby, 15 kills. Peyton Mackey had 6. Rigsby and Mackey led the way when these two teams met back in August with 16 kills and 14 kills each, respectively. Rigsby paces the Rams with 280 kills on the season. Mackey there at 132. They're the only two with double-digit or triple-digit kills on the season. Annie Bradshaw very close at 96. And then some other players, it's kind of play themselves into some positions of note. Jalen Hicks at 49. Cammie Gillum at 30. And Cody Haddix, after making the move to where she's been kind of working on more of a 6'2" and having to go as a more of an attacker than her typical always just working as a setter. That's because of the addition of Bentley Rogers. She's really started picking things up and putting out 52 from that spot there for the senior to make the transition. All right, let's step aside for a break. We come back, we'll get ready for first serve as both teams finishing up their pregame warm-ups here at the Palace. We'll continue our coverage after this on Kool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Back here at the Palace and the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight on Kool TV as we get you set for Raceland and Fairview. As we get about 3 weeks of the season left to play, still yet to go for both of these teams. Raceland's got a big one coming up against Greenup County. And again, it's pretty much a moot point as Russell has put themselves in a pivotal position to take the overall number 1 seed, which then would drop Raceland and Greenup in at 2-3, Lewis County down in the 4. Russell took both games against Raceland. The season opener here, 3-1, and then the last time they met, took it in straight sets. Raceland got a 3-2 win over Greenup down at the greenhouse, and they'll bring Greenup in here on Thursday night at 7 o'clock in a key 63rd District tilt. First time with us here on Kool TV, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material to alert you to your mobile device. Just surpassing 4,000 subscribers on Monday as we begin our 3rd full season of coverage here on Kool TV. I'm greatly appreciative of all of our great fans that have followed along with us here for all of our coverage for our four title schools with East and West Carter, Lewis County, and Raceland. And, of course, all of our great sponsors all season long. Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, A&A Porta Potties, and River Cities Builders, our title sponsors. And, of course, all the sponsors you see down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, sponsors that have jumped on board with us here this season to help bring coverage of high school athletics. Rams in the white and black tops tonight. Orange letters on the front and the back. Fairview in the black tops with the red bottoms. Fairview across the chest in the red outlined in the white. Head coach Ketty Neltner having a quick word with our line official of Charles Baker. Rick Lambert, the longtime head coach here for Fairview. He and Katie know each other very well, has spent several years there in the 64th District with the Boyd County Lions before leaving last year and then taking over for the Rams at the beginning of this season. So the customary pregame handshake for both teams, and we're about ready for some volleyball here between the Rams and the Eagles. Rams will serve it left to right as you view it on your screen, the same as I do here high atop the Palace. And let's see who's going to get service work first. Coach Lambert and Coach Neltner sharing a pregame fist bump across the way. Rick's been doing this for a long time, and he has done a phenomenal job with it. Again, he had the phenom of Charlie Hobbs there for the longest time, and it seemed like that she was there forever. And it's just rewrote just about every record in the record book that you could do for a hitter there while she was working with Fairview. And heck of a young lady, too. She was always fun to watch play, and just the way that she carried herself along the way. So the Rams will start with the service. Brenna Wellman will put it in play, and we're about ready to get things rolling. Our crew tonight, Felicia Collier on cameras. She's got one of my students here at Raceland Worthington High School, Philip Coffey, as he'll be doing a little training work this evening. So I think we are ready for volleyball. The signal to play is given, and we're ready to take off. And we're just going to start with an ace. So Brenna Wellman grabs the point, and Raceland takes the 1-0 lead. Wellman, a good server on the team. And that one just across the tape on the return. And the Rams can't play it across, and we're even at 1. Free ball over by Rigsby. Loving on the back row. There's Rigsby. Right down the pipe. Madison Loving on that back row. She'll attack and sends it deep, and they're going to call that one in. That ball was out by 3 inches. So 2-1. Fairview grabs the early lead. And Madison Loving with the service work. 44 aces on the season. Here's Wellman on a push. Caldwell comes near side. Sloan goes up, blocked at the net. Digs it out. Mackey from the far side pin with a laser beam across. Loving on the back row on a free ball. And she can't play that one forward, and we're even at 2. Good job digging that ball in the back row. So now Peyton Mackey. Back to Sloan. Into the double block. And a joust as we get a player into the net. That's against Fairview. Rams regain the lead, 3-2. Deep service by Mackey is the service error. And back and forth we go. Now Zoe Grant. Haddix up front. Feeds it off to Rigsby, and she fires it home for the point. Four-3 Rams in front. Now Savannah Zewald, one of the two seniors on this year's team. Her and Haddix. Here's Sloan blocked at the net. Look at it on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Six-3 Rams here in the first set. And that one goes deep. So the Rams not doing themselves any favors with the service work. A couple of service errors early on. 6-4 Fairview trails. And now Carly Caldwell. And a tip near side as that one goes home for the point. Sloan gets that one down. Now Cody Haddix, or no, actually they're going to bring the officials together and have a conversation. And now they've changed the point, as they're going to say that Fairview got into the net. So make it 7-4 and Rams service with Allison Rigsby. High floating service to the near side. Caldwell on a bump. And Sloan puts that one home for the point. 7-5 Fairview siding out. And now Mackenzie Sloan will go to the line. Good service. Hall with a big swing, too deep. And a timeout for Raceland as Katie Neltner brings her crew together. As Hicks sent that one deep. Looking at the number here in the game so far, Rams with 2 service errors. Hitting it as 0. And that's, again, kind of where we are right now in a 7-6 ball game. So Sloan back to work and sends that one deep. I got a little bit of a bump there off of the buzzer that sounded right about the time she got into her service. So now the senior Cody Haddix. And she lobs that one deep. It's like we're playing on 50-foot courts here today. This is as nasty as the weather is outside right now. And Katie Neltner just told her team, get your head in the game, or she said, I will sub every single one of you out. And that is the Katie I know and love. Sometimes the coach has to get nice and real with the team. Right now, it is kind of moving in slow motion. Hicks taps that one across. Off to Loving. And Loving fires it home for the point. We're even at 8. There's Haddix on a push across. Blocked at the net by Grant. And Fairview picks up the point. And they grab the lead, 9-8. Rams look like they're lost in a fog right now. And a service ace as Grant burns the tape and picks up the ace. And the Eagles lead it by 2. Loving far side on a push down the line. Bentley's there. And then Bradshaw fires that one down with authority. So side out Rams, they trail it by 1. And Bentley Rogers with the service work. Bradshaw into the double block. Dug out at the net. Back off to Zewald, and she launches that one too deep. (11-9) Fairview here in set 1. Haddix on a nice push across. Near side Bradshaw on a big swing. That one's down. No. Oh, my goodness. It can hit the line. So the point goes to Fairview. And they lead it 12-9 as Raceland will burn its second timeout. That ball looked destined to be down. And a couple of calls on the back row has not gone the Rams' way. So the Rams getting the heart-to-heart talk with their head coach, Katie Neltner, across the way, and wanting to see a little bit more from what they've gotten here, and that brought the collapse from the crowd in attendance. So 12-9, Fairview leads it here in set number 1. And they get that one home for the point for Annie Bradshaw. So Rams make their full rotation. Bradshaw steps off. Bentley Rogers back on, and Brenna Wellman at the service line. Good service there by Wellman. Here's Caldwell on a tip. Haddix off to Zewald. And a big block by Allison Rigsby at the net. Look at it on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. The Rams respond out of the timeout. Can they tie this game back up at 12? Here's Sloan out of the back row. Wellman on the dig. Mackey with a big swing. That one's deep. That's the ball she's really struggled with, is trying to find that deep shot. So 13-11, Madison Loving now to the service line. Rogers on the back row, Haddix up to Rigsby, and Rigsby fires that one down for the point. Again, when you get into system and you can get it to your big swingers, good things happen. Rams down 1. Mackey back in, and she'll do the service work. 25 aces on the season for Mackey. Good serve to the back row. Caldwell up front on a bump near side to Sloan. Sloan through the block. Rogers bumps it across. Sloan blocked at the net again. Zewald with a good dig at the net. And Loving into the net. We're even at 13. Good service by Mackey. She burns the tape. Here's Loving down the middle on the push. Rigsby with a dart. And the Rams have the lead. Again, that's the thing. When you get in system, the ball comes from the back row to the front. The setter puts it where it needs to go, and it usually goes home for a point. It's a very simple game. And they've got Raceland out of position, so the error on the Rams will give the point to Fairview. And they side out, and we're even at 14. And Zoe Grant. Rigsby gets blocked to the net. Rams dig it out. What a dig. And then near side, Sloan on the touch. Did not hit into the block that time. Went opposite it on the little touch right there at the net. 15-14. Fairview by 1 here in set 1. Haddix goes over on 2. Loving with a diving save. Here's Rigsby. Winds up and sends it down. And they'll get that one home for the point. A lot of reaction there in the back end. Just trying to get that one back up to play it. When she gets on top of a ball, it goes down with a lot of force. So now Savannah Zewald. Good service to the back row, Loving. Caldwell up front. And Loving's into the net. Rams back in front now by 1. So we go tick for tack for point here in this first set. Loving attacking from that back row. Here's Rigsby up front, and that one's into the stands. Heads up. As Allison Rigsby just nearly took that one out of the ballpark. She went cross court there for the point, and it's 17-15. And Zewald gets that one off the side of her hand. Another service error. Practice is going to be fun tomorrow. Here's Haddix off to Hicks, cross court. Caldwell on a bump up front to Sloan. She'll go deep, and it's too deep, and it's out of bounds and side out for Raceland. Rams lead it by 2. Wellman off, Bradshaw back on, so you've got Bradshaw, Hicks, and Haddix up front. Rogers and Mackey back along with Allison Rigsby now. Sloan brings it near side, a diving save by Mackey. And then Bradshaw. There's Loving from the back row. and finds a back corner for the point. Didn't get a lot on it, but got enough to get it where she wanted it to go. The 08 ball in the corner pocket and puts it down for the point. So 18-17, Eagles down by 1 here in set 1 in a back-and-forth battle. Now Mackenzie Sloan. Rogers sends that one up. Haddix on a push across and gets the point. That's something Cody does well, is she can read at the net and know when she has an opportunity to go at an attack, and picks up the point, and she'll go to the service line. High floating service to the back row. Here's Loving from that back row again. Hicks tried to attack. She'll just try to go with a push there. And the lead's down to 1. And when you're leaning backward on the side, you cannot try to attack. You just push it, get yourself back in the system, and a chance to go at it. Deep ball. Haddix runs it down. Rams will bring it across on a free ball by Bradshaw. Here's Caldwell up front. Leaves it for Loving, and that one's deep. – 20-18. So now Bentley Rogers. Free ball by the Eagles. Bradshaw down the pipe, and that one's blocked out of bounds to Katie Neltner. And the point for the Rams. Big swing there by Bradshaw. As the double block got there. And Rick Lambert will burn a timeout. 21-18 here in set 1. Rams have responded since getting a nice heart-to-heart from Katie Neltner. Raceland football up in Northern Kentucky tomorrow night as they'll play Newport Central Catholic, the Thoroughbreds. Be the 9th all-time the two teams have met. Last year was the first time they had played not in the Class Single A playoffs. We'll be with you here on Kool TV with video streaming, we hope, from Northern Kentucky. Beginning sometime around 7:10, 7:15. It's going to be a tight run getting up there and then trying to get everything set up. But either way, I'll have you locked in from here as we get a service ace from Bentley Rogers. And it's 22-18. Grant, Caldwell on a free ball. Here's Bradshaw. Winds up and lets it fly. It comes right back at the net. Haddix goes line and puts it in. Wasn't what she was intending to do by any means, but just found a nice little soft spot there and got the point. So now the Rams have rolled off a few in a row. And how about another ace for Bentley Rogers, and it's set point. Hit that one in the old marriage circle, the circle of no communication. So set point for the Rams with Rogers in the service line. Here's Haddix. Goes off to Zewald on the far side pin through the block. Caldwell steps 2. Here's Sloan, winds up. They've got Rigsby trapped on the back line. Caldwell. Sloan down the pipe. Haddix is there, a nice dig. Good volley here. Bradshaw, back corner for the point. And the Rams take set number 1. got it over top of the double block, and Raceland takes a 1-game-to-none lead. Set 2 when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Hand stretch, mouth watering, get that ooey gooey cheese. 8 extra large slices, hold it and fold it. It's an extra large, bigger is better, more for your money New York style pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some cheesy, saucy, tossy Papa John's. Get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Papa John's.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Well, a come to Jesus talk from the head coach for the Rams of Katie Neltner seemed to do the trick. As the Rams were down, they roll it off, put out 8 in a row, and they win set 1, 25-18. As we welcome you back here to the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight. My crew this evening, Felicia Collier and Philip Rourke. Philip, one of my students here at Raceland Worthington High School in my media program. Getting a little training here this evening. Wanted to give the main camera a go. He's done some stuff with us before, just kind of on some side camera work, and does some great stuff in my media program. But wanted to give the main camera a shot here tonight, so he's the one that's in full control. He's been in full control of the camera since about midway through set number 1 and has done a really good job so far. So Fairview will have the service to start set number 2. And Madison Loving will start things off for us. Numbers for the Rams were hitting at a 0. They're up to a 375. Rigsby leads away with 5 kills. Bradshaw has 4. The big number for Raceland, though, 4 service errors. 3 aces, 4 errors. Again, you're -1 there on the service line. And again, at about the first half of that match, it looked like that Raceland thought they were playing on a 50-foot-long court. So many balls out of the back of the back line up against the wall, and services just not even close. But I come to Jesus talk, and all of a sudden the Rams come alive. And right there's a great start as Allison Rigsby fires home her 7th kill of the match. And the Rams start things off by siding out and taking a 1-0 lead. So Peyton Mackey. Good service by Mackey, returned back to the Rams. Haddix up front. Rigsby with another swing and another point. Feed the hot hand. That's what you do in this game. Rigsby has started heating up, and you've got to get her the ball. When you're in system, it's very easy to get it to your big hitters up front. Here's Haddix. Back to Rigsby. On a touch, what a beautiful placement. I'll give you a replay on this one just because of how dominant of a decision that was. The block coming, just comes near side and puts it home. And I've talked about it so many times. The game of volleyball is not about always swinging hard. It's about placing the ball and then doing that right there and getting another kill. 4 points in set number 2, and it's 4 kills for Allison Rigsby. Good start for the Rams here in the set. And another ace for the Rams, their 4th of the match. As that one got on Grant on the near side corner, and she couldn't play it up. 5-0 Raceland. Good service there by Mackey, Loving on that back row. And then Loving into the net. 6-0 Rams. How about another ace and make it 7-0 Raceland? And Rick Lambert's going to burn a timeout. Heck of a start here by Peyton Mackey from the service line. Raceland with a pair of aces here. Rigsby with 9 kills in the match. Raceland has gone from hitting at a 0 to 50%, 500 now. Get the Rams back home on Tuesday in a rematch with Boyd County. We'll have that game for you beginning at 7 o'clock. And then on Thursday night, a key 63rd District matchup with the Greenup County Musketeers as they make the visit from Lloyd up to the Palace. Again, 7 o'clock first serve. All that action right here on Kool TV. 7-0 Raceland out of the timeout here in set number 2. Another good serve. Comes to the near side, all the way back across the net. Here's Haddix. Goes back corner for a kill. And Cody Haddix gets her first kill of the set. 5'0", but she swings it like she's 6'4" when she comes from that pin. The little engine that could, if you will. I'm sure that makes Grandma and Grandpa up in Michigan very happy. 8-0. Rams in front. There's Loving on a push. Haddix is there, but could not play it up as it was too close to the net as Mackey was coming forward. So the Eagles side out. They trail it 8-1 as Grant goes to the service line. Here's Rigsby. Another touch to the near side. It's just too easy. The double block comes. There's no one rotated over, and she just pushes right to that line. And it has been the Allison Rigsby show here in set number 2. That's her 10th kill of the match. And now Bentley Rogers at the service line. Loving returns that one all the way back. They feed it back to Rigsby, and she'll fire a dart. Sloan digs it out near side on a free ball for the Eagles. Here's Hicks. Loving on a diving save. Caldwell plays it back in the middle. Haddix on a push. There's Rigsby and does a little tightrope at the net as she gets it home for another one with the left hand. Again, goes with the left hand for the line shot and then had to kind of do a little limbo to stay out of the net. 10-1 Rams. And Sloan blocked at the net by Rigsby. Take a look at this. Her and Hicks at the net. And the Eagles get one home. Now Caldwell burns that one across the tape. A good service. Keep the Rams scrambling on that one. Near side to Sloan. Goes down the line, and Mackey tried to play it up but could not get it anywhere to where someone could get it down. So a kill for Mackenzie Sloan. And she picks up her 5th of the match. And cuts it to 11-3. Back to Sloan. Bumps it across. Hicks on a push and into the net. So Rams were rolling, and then all of a sudden things have kind of cooled off a little bit. Going to get things back in order. That time Caldwell serves it into the face of the net. So side out Raceland as they'll grab the point, and they lead at 12-4. Now Allison Rigsby. Bradshaw back in for Wellman. And Rigsby gets that one off the side of the hand out of bounds. So a service error. 5th service error by the Rams here in the match. In for Fairview is Bree Moore as Madison Caskey steps out. Now Mackenzie Sloan running overhand service. Good service to the far side. Bradshaw. Caldwell on a push near side. Haddix on a touch across on 2 for the point. Side out Rams, and Cody Haddix will take the service line. 13-5, Rams in front by 8. Trying to pick up a decisive 2-0 lead here in the match. Push by Loving. Haddix is there, and the Rams can't play it up, though. If that's what your Fairview you want to do, you don't want to allow Cody Haddix to get things rolling on the service line. Best server on the team. Her and Rigsby have dominated from the service line this year. Rigsby at 33 service aces. Haddix with 28. Nice volley there by the Rams to keep it alive. For Sloan down the pipe, across the tape and for the point. Had enough on that one to get it across. So 13-7. And a service error there by Grant. So a 7-point lead for the Rams here in set number 2. And Jalen Hicks. Floating service, it gets to the attack line. Here's Sloan on that back row. Haddix bumps it across. Another back row attack. Great step 2 there by Hicks off the back row to keep it alive. They'll go back to Loving on the far pin. Rigsby, back row on a push. Caldwell comes back near side. And they get Haddix in the net, and she knew it. She tried to keep her body out of it. You could see as soon as she made the contact and the whistle came, she kind of smiled. Like, doggone it, I tried everything I could to stay out of the net and just couldn't do so. So the lead's down to 6. Here's Mackey with a big swing through the double block. Sloan digs it out on the back row. Free ball over across by Zewald for the point. (15-8). So now Brenna Wellman checking back in as Bradshaw rotates out. And that gets Rigsby back on the front row. So now you've got your 2 big hitters of Rigsby and Mackey up front along with Zewald. Back row hit for Sloan. Diving save by Rogers. Here's Loving. Haddix with the set. Brings it off to Rigsby. Doesn't get a lot on it. Eagles will play it across. Nice job by them. Back to Rigsby. And she launches that one too deep. Now Madison Loving. 3 kills in the match, only 9 total for this Eagles team. And that one goes deep and out. So now Peyton Mackey. Sloan moves back up. And they're going to get her into the net. Rams did a good job returning that one on the big swing by Sloan. Sloan just into the net as she came forward. So lead back to 8 for the Rams. And Sloan goes back corner for the point. (17-10). Mackey with a big swing from the back row. Fairview plays it up. Nice job on a running save by Grant on the far side. Rigsby on the touch. And then it comes out of bounds on the near side as Sloan can't find the mark. That time Rigsby tried to go with a touch on the line, and Fairview was there waiting on it. So now Bentley Rogers. And a block at the net by Rigsby. As the Rams pick up a point to make it 19-10. Big swing by Rigsby. It goes home for another one. And the Rams now doubling up the Eagles. Great look at that in your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay as Fairview burns a timeout, trailing 20-10 here in set number 2. Went back and forth in set number 1. And then the Rams finally got things moving forward and took the set 25-18. They took the first 7 points in this set. Fairview cut it to 6 at one point. The Rams have opened it back up now to 10. Trying to close it out and taking a decisive 2-0 lead in the match. When these two teams met back in August, Fairview took the first set, and then Raceland stormed back and took set 2 and 3 to advance in the All-A tournament. So Bentley Rogers back to the service line. Free ball lifted over by the Eagles. Rigsby with another swing and into the net was Loving. So the point goes home, no attack or no kill for the Rams, 21-10. That's where it's like you're the big swing, you're there like that gone, and I got a point down and don't get credit for it. And that was going home for an ace. Raceland would like to see a few more of those to try to get that number between that and errors on the service line a little bit further apart in the good side. Rams have struggled early in that first set from the service line. Have picked things up here in set number 2. Here's Haddix up front. Here comes Rigsby with a big swing. That one's in the backside of the parking lot. When it's in system, you can't stop it. Rick Lambert got a great look at that one as it flew over top of his head. Off to Hicks. That one's deep. Hicks not been able to find her mark tonight. She's had some games this season when she's been on the pin and has really been dominant. Tonight, just not getting on top of the ball, and a lot of them flying out of the back of the court. And Caldwell with a service error makes it set point for the Rams. So 24-11 here in set 2, and Allison Rigsby, one of the better servers on the team for the Rams, will rotate to the back row and try to serve out set number 2. Deep floating service. Loving is there. Caldwell comes back to Loving, and Loving will drive that one out of the back of the end zone and give us a set 2 score of 25-11 in favor of the Raceland Rams. Set 3 when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beauty Rest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Back here at the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table, James Carr, happy to have you along with us here. Raceland in front of Fairview, 2-0 as we get ready to start set number 3. Rams swinging in a 467. Allison Rigsby, 13 of the 22 kills for the Rams. Bradshaw and Haddix each with 4. 6 aces, 5 service errors. That is a staggering number jumping off the stat sheet for the Rams. For Fairview, Mackenzie Sloan has 7 of the 10 kills. 5 service errors, though, for the visiting Eagles, who's currently hitting at a negative .048. So Raceland trying to close it out in straight sets would get the Rams to above 500. And they come in at a record of 12-12. Fairview at 6-12. Again, Rams want to get some momentum rolling as we've got some big games coming up next week. Boyd County here on Tuesday, Greenup on Thursday. And of course, that Greenup matchup, what could easily be another curtain call for what we're going to see in the opening round of the 63rd District Tournament. 63rd District Tournament is here this year. And then the regional tournament, we believe it's in the 62nd District, and I believe it's at Morgan County. We're still waiting on confirmation on that, but I do know the 62nd District has the regional tournament this year, so we'll see how that plays out. But the regional tournament will come up at the end of October. District tournaments will be there in that third week of October, starting the week of the 21st. And of course, we'll have all the action for the 63rd District tournament right here on Kool TV. All right, Brennan Wellman starts us off in set number 3, leading 2-0 are the Rams. And a big block by Allison Rigsby to start set number 3. You can't stop her, you can only hope to contain her, the great Stuart Scott would once say. Nice dig out of the back row there by Caskey. Great scramble by the Rams to keep that one alive. Here's Sloan on that back row off the tape for the point. Rogers was right there, but when it caught the tape, it took a lot of it off of it where she was planning on it getting to, and it never made it to her. So even at 1. And now Madison Loving. It burns that one over the tape for the ace. Right in front of Wellman. There's nothing worse than a ball coming off the tape because it changes the direction, it changes the speed. And Loving hits that low driver right across the net. Here's Caldwell. Sloan on a touch. Rigsby on the tip, and that one's out of bounds. Two, we're even here in set number 2. And Peyton Mackey. Caldwell bumps it off to Sloan, and that one's way deep. Three-two Rams in front. There's Loving on a push. Rigsby's there. That's the dangers of when you hit a low ball at the net. And no communication on that one as it goes home for another ace. 5-2 Rams in front. How about back-to-back aces for Peyton Mackey? 6-2. Rams rolled off 5 consecutive here. And a timeout requested. As Rick Lambert's going to come out and check on the floor. Not certain if they concerned maybe there was some perspiration that got on the floor in a diving attempt and then somebody lost their footing or what it is. Coach Lambert's out there dragging the feet around trying to make certain that there's grip in every position that it needs to be. So no timeout credited to Fairview, so they will remain with both of those still in their back pocket. As we'll go back underway with Mackey with back-to-back service aces. Rams on a 5-0 run. Caldwell puts that one into the net. Another ace, 7-2. 6 consecutive for the Rams. This is exactly what happened in set number 2 when Mackey went to the service line. And we get Raceland out of rotation again. So 7-3 as the Rams go back on the defense. Haddix goes on a joust at the net with Sloan. Mackey pounds that one across and puts it on the back line for the point. Great look at here on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay right there on the back line. 8-3. And Loving gets that one home for the kill. Drove that one right past Brenna Wellman. So side out Eagles. And Carly Caldwell. A Big swing from Allison Rigsby. Rigsby unofficially with 15 kills in this match. She'll go to the service line. Loving with a free ball, back row. Rogers chases it down right in front of Katie Neltner. And Hicks with a big swing. Nice dig out of the back row there by Caskey. Excuse me, that's Paige Van Bibber. My mistake, I couldn't see. All I could see was the 2. And then Rigsby's attack catches the net and won't fall across. So point and side out for the Eagles. They trail it by 4. And Mackenzie Sloan leads the team in aces with 46, 187 kills on the season. Her and Loving have a total of 327 of the 407 total as a team. Back row, they've got both Sloan and Loving attached on the back line. So both their big hitters are stuck behind that attack line. Now Cody Haddix. Here's Loving. Bradshaw down the pipe with a big swing for the point. Annie Bradshaw comes back in and fires one down the line. Rams back in front by 6. And Cody Haddix puts down an ace. Tenth ace of the match. Haddix with her first. Van Bibber on the back row. Sloan to the back corner. Off to Hicks from the far pin. Here's Mackey. Mackey on the set. And Haddix caught it off the side of her hand. Hicks on a free ball. Grant up front with Caldwell. Goes to the far side, and that was out of bounds. (13-6) as Jalen Hicks will do the service work. Caldwell on touch across for the point. Carly Caldwell. All she could do with it was try to push it back up at the net, falling backward, and finds a soft spot there in the Rams defense. 13-7. Mackey with a big swing out of bounds. Timeout, Raceland. Jump inside the huddle there with Katie Neltner. A very serious look there in this timeout as she is challenging each and every player on her team. Rams lead the match 2-0. Kind of had things rolling here in set number 3, and it's kind of let the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. This is where you find out what you're made of, as You've got a team on the ropes. Can you find that mark and push it out of reach and finish things off? Has this Raceland team reached that point of its maturation this season? Clearly the dominant team, but can you finish things off? So out of the timeout, let's see how the Rams respond. They're Sloan out of the back row, and she'll pick up the point. That one was off the fingertips of Peyton Mackey, and the lead is down to 4. Bradshaw cross court from the right side. Sloan tries to loft that one forward, and there was too many people in the same piece of real estate. And the Rams will side out and then take a 5-point lead. Brenda Wellman will check in for Annie Bradshaw. She'll go to the service line. Wellman, 24 service aces on the season. One of the best defenders on that back row for the Rams. She does a great job back there. Here's Grant from the near side. Goes down the line, and it was outside the antenna. Now we're going to replay the point. So the line judge did not make the call. The chair official did make the call. But then he said that he wasn't for certain. Now Rick Lambert's talking with Charles Baker on the far side, claiming that the point should have gone down. But again, when there's a discrepancy of whether they believe it did or did not, they'll go double thumbs up. We're going to replay the point. Sloan gets that one to roll across the tape. Rigsby through the double block. Rigsby on a touch. (15-9). Mackey up front. Rigsby climbs the ladder. Caskey off the back row digs it out. Here's Haddix. Rigsby with a big swing, and off the deck it goes for another point for Allison Rigsby. 17th kill of the match for Allison. 16-9, the Rams in front. And that time Loving goes through the block attempt at the net. Here's Sloan through the double block for a point. Big swing there at the net. Got that one past Rigsby. As it was Rigsby and Zewald that was there on the block. Caldwell scrambling up front and can't control it. So the ball handling error against Fairview gives it to the Rams and back to Peyton Mackey. She's had a good night from the service line. 5 of the 10 Rams service aces has come from her. She'll start things off with a good one. Sloan blocked that one at the net on Haddix. Come to the outside here, and Sloan falling into the net. So point Raceland. And a nice touch off the backside there by Carly Caldwell. As she goes out the back door with a ninja kill. Take a look at this one on your Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Just a nice little touch there. And picks up the point, 18-12. Fairview sides out. I love when a setter just drops one in like that. It's when you're filling the court. Caldwell tries to pop another one across. This time it's dug out on the back row. Here's Loving from the back row. Rigsby. Diving save by Loving. Sloan bumps it across. Go back to the outside, and we get a double hit on Raceland. I was wondering one was going to come. We hadn't had one all night. You got to have at least one. Rigsby, another kill. (19-13). Rigsby puts home her 18th of the night. And now Bentley Rogers. Good service by her. And she's going to pick up an ace. So 20-13. Rams push it out to 7. Another big swing from Rigsby. Hicks digs it out of the net. Rigsby taps it across. And another point for the Rams. Timeout Fairview. So 21-13. Rams trying to close things out here in straight sets. Rams won set 125-18, set 2 25-11, and they lead it here 21-13. Rams hitting at a 463. Fairview back to at 0. They'd gotten to a negative 48 there in set 2. Rigsby leads the way with 19 kills. Sloan has 10 for the visiting Eagles. So back underway, Rogers puts it up. Here's Haddix up front. Here comes Rigsby. A dart down the far side, dug out by Loving on the back row. Now Sloan. Rigsby on a tip. No, it was out of bounds. First one she's put out of the back in a while. So side out to Fairview, trailing by 7. Rigsby pushes back row. Loving's there. Here's Sloan. Haddix on a push. Rigsby winds up Van Bibbers there on the pick. Diving save by Rogers on the far sideline. Here comes Rigsby on a left-handed tip. Sloan picks it out and brings it over. Great rally here. Back row attack by Loving. Wellman lobs it across. Here's Sloan through the double block. Haddock's on a free ball. Great point here. Blocked at the net by Hicks. Had the double block there of both Rigsby and Hicks, and Hicks was the one that got it on the fingertips up. Rams 3 points away from closing out the match in straight sets. And Allison Rigsby for another ace. (23-14). Rigsby picks up her first ace of the night. Make it back-to-back. And it's match point. 24-14. And they get the Eagles into the net, and that's going to do it. Final point goes to the Rams. They'll win the match 3-0 as they take set number 3 by a final score of 25-14. 25-18 set 1, 25-11 set 2, and 25-14 here in set number 3 to close out the match. Allison Rigsby unofficially with 19 kills. Annie Bradshaw had 5. Rams with 13 aces. Peyton Mackey with 5 of those. Bentley Rogers had 4. Fairview tonight, 17 total kills. Mackenzie Sloan with 10. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Felicia Collier and Philip Rourke. Fabulous job on the camera work, as well as all the great folks here at Raceland Worthington High School and Coach Katie Neltner and her crew across the way. Rams go to 13-12 on the season with the loss. Fairview falls to 6-13. That's it for us here tonight. Again, big thanks to my crew, everyone here at the school as well. For everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Carr saying thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.
Thank you for watching Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky High School Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.